Hello jumping family, I am here to help you decide which rebounder to get, whether you should get 40 inches stability bar or 48 inches safety bar. I have tried so many different rebounders. I have about over 15 in my house now, so I promise you I know what it looks for when it comes to rebounding, but I also love finding rebounders for every budget. The Kensone rebounders are for people who have a lower budget but still want to get into mini trampoline workouts. I personally started with a rebounder like this. It lasted me 2 years before I upgraded into a higher quality one, and the only reason I did that was because a company sent me one. So honestly, I would jump on these happily. The only thing and the only reason I'm doing this is there are some bad rebounders out there. I have tried some where my shins are killing me after. They're not low impact. It doesn't give you all the benefits of rebounding workouts. So that's why I test them out for you and let you know my honest thoughts before you purchase and invest your money in something that you won't like. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sydney and I just want to help you find joy and movement using mini trampoline workouts. I truly believe that fitness can be so much fun, and I personally haven't discovered a more fun workout than dancing to the beat of the music on a trampoline. And if you don't like dance style workouts, don't worry, there's still so many kinds of fun workouts you can do on these trampolines that also provide so many benefits. Like they activate the lymphatic system, so it helps remove toxins from the body. Low impact, so because of that bounce, it's softer on the joints, helps increase bone density, helps improve balance and coordination, helps burn calories, helps reduce stress. I can go on and on, but I am a huge fan of rebounding workouts, obviously. So again, I just want to help you find one that is best for you. When you are purchasing one, I know it's already hard because there are so many different brands, but not only that, there's so many different sizes and kinds of stability bars. Do you get a stability bar? Do you not get a stability bar? Do you get 40 inches? Do you get 48 inches? I'm gonna show you right here so you can decide for yourself. First thing, I am 5'4", okay? I am also around 130 pounds, and the reason I am telling you this is because weight does matter. My bodybuilder husband is 230 pounds, and he has tried so many rebounders, but he almost comes to the bottom of the floor on some because he is heavier. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you look on the website what the weight limit is, because you don't want to be touching the floor. Higher quality rebounders tend to have more of that soft bounce. So for someone like my husband, it is honestly better to get one like this because it can hold more weight. The height matters as well. I am 5'4", so for 40 inches, it doesn't affect me, okay? I can move laterally, I can move side to side, I can move front and back without worrying about jumping off. If you're much taller and you want to even just march, you might feel like you don't have enough space. But use me for reference. Again, I'm 5'4", if I'm doing in and out, if I'm doing jumping jacks, I have lots of space. Okay, my feet come right to the edge, but I don't feel like I'm gonna fall off. The other thing with these rebounders is they do have that skirt so that your leg won't fall through the bungees. Whereas if you don't have it, you could kind of but that doesn't happen either. So first thing is 40 inches versus 48 inches. Look how much room I have. I have a lot more room to go. I'm really not gonna go this wide or else I could pull my abductor there. But here you go, you can see how much space I have. So personally, again, this is just my personal opinion. Everybody wants something different, but if I had unlimited space in my house, I would opt for the 48 inches. If I was tight on space and lived in an apartment, I would get 40 inches. These rebounders are foldable, but I wouldn't recommend getting this thinking you're gonna fold it every time. If you wanna fold it, what you have to do, first thing, take off the stability bar. Second thing, unscrew the legs. And then after that, you're gonna have to take out, there's these keys in here, you're gonna have to take out these safety keys, and then you're gonna have to fold it up. And then to jump on it, you're gonna have to unfold it, put this in, screw the legs on, put the stability bar on every time. If you're gonna do that every day, how realistic is it that you're gonna show up for your workout? The thing I like to do for storage is I personally don't have stability bars on my rebounders. All I do is I put it up on its side, and it stays up by itself, and then I just move it off to the side. The other thing is with this couch, it's kind of nice to have it here because you have a footrest. But personally, you see how it only takes up this much space. You could put it up right against the wall or put a dog bed on it if you have a dog. So personally, I just wouldn't fold it every time. So I'm just letting you know that. It is cool that it folds though, because if you were to ever travel or want to put it in your car, you know that you could easily fold it to do that. So if it's here and there where you're folding it, I think that's an awesome feature to have. And it doesn't affect the quality of the bounce. The other thing is when you're getting cheaper rebounders, they can be so firm. Again, like I've said, I've tried some that have hurt my shins. They felt pretty much like you're on the floor because there's not a return at all with that bounce, that it feels like, again, you're just on the floor doing everything. But with these Kensone rebounders, they have a great bounce. It's a really nice mix between firm and soft, so you know you're still getting all the benefits of rebounding without having it too soft where if you're my husband, you're about to hit the floor when you're bouncing. So I can honestly say for what you're spending, you're getting a great rebounder. Again, this is why I call it an entry-level rebounder, because if it's something you're debating starting, it is great to just put a little bit of money down, see if you like it, and then if you really like it, you can always invest into that higher end rebounder in a couple years. Now, when it comes to stability bars, so stability bars are great if you're starting out and you're worried about balance. A lot of the ones off of Amazon do end up coming with stability bars, but a cool thing is you can always take them off and put them off to the side if you don't want them anymore. They're really good to have at the beginning though. For stability bars, you don't want to be leaning on it. You just want to have your hands on it for light support. So it doesn't matter. Like this one, it could take more load. That one could feel a little more comfortable if you're leaning on it. But since it's not the purpose of them, it really doesn't matter. I feel it really does come down to aesthetics. So for this one, I just feel like it takes up less space. One thing with this one is when I am doing like jogs, my knees almost touch it because the stability bar does come over the rebounder, whereas this one's a little further up. So when I'm jogging, it doesn't get in the way. But one thing is you can adjust the level of stability bar, so you could put this up higher. So this one you can hold on a little wider, like that is a benefit if you care about that. But really, I feel like for stability bar, which one to get, I think it comes down to which one you like better, the look of. The other thing to keep in mind when deciding which rebounder to get is 40 inches is always a little cheaper because you're getting less of the product. So I'll put both of the prices up on the screen, so that's one thing to think about. But if the price doesn't bug you and you have space, you can always go for the 48 inches. One other thing I recommend doing is measuring it out. A lot of people get the 48 inches and are surprised by how big it is. So again, just for reference, it is pretty big, does take up a lot of space. So keep that in mind as well. But there you have it. There's a difference between the 48 inches and the 40 inches versus the T-bar style or the safety bar style. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I hope this helped you make a decision. Honestly, don't sweat it too much. Just think of those main things I mentioned and kind of go with your gut. Don't forget that I also have a promo code so you can get extra savings. I'll just put the promo code on the screen here. Don't forget to click the link up above, or I'll also put it in my description box below. But thank you so much for listening. I can't wait for you to get your rebounder. If you get either of these, I do have an unboxing video on both of them. So feel free to watch that, put together the rebounder with me. It can be tricky when you're doing it for your first time, so I know some tips and tricks to make it a little easier. That is one thing I forgot to mention is you do have to assemble both of these yourself. You have to put on the bungees, you have to put on the legs, you have to put on the stability bar. So there is a little bit of work involved, but once you do it, it's done. So thank you so much. If you get one, I hope you love it, and I can't wait to jump with you.